So if you're anything like me, you find something nice online or something online finds you, you put it in the cart, you go through the checkout process, you might even find some discount codes, and then right before you hit that submit button, right before you commit to the sale, you stop and you think to yourself, is this actually going to be worth it? And a lot of times the answer might be no, but some of the times the answer might be yes. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to equip you with the tool to help you figure out, is this item going to be worth it for you? If this sounds interesting, then keep watching. I go by the name Nathan Mitchell. Let's get into this. So one of the things that I like to think about before I go ahead and pull the trigger and make a purchase is, what am I actually going to get out of this product? And what I mean by that is, am I going to get my money's worth? So I like to use a simple math equation to figure out what the cost per use might be. Now, hold on, don't leave yet. I know we're talking math, but this is a very simple math equation that you can use in order to help figure out if this is actually going to be worth that sticker price. So to better illustrate, I have these two boots here. Both of them were purchased 2 years ago. Both of them were purchased from Taft Clothing, retailing at $295 before taxes and any discount codes I may or may not have used. And they are the same style of boot. There's one major difference though. One of them I have worn often, and the other one I only wore about 4 times max. Even though I was very satisfied with both purchases and I love those boots, one of them has been pretty much worth every single penny I paid for them, while the other one, not so much. So the tool that I like to use in order to calculate the projected cost per use of an item is to take the actual price of the item. So in this case, we're looking at a $295 boot. And then you are going to divide it by how many times you think you are going to use this product. Some things might be a little bit easier to predict how often you might use something, because it might be something as simple as a phone that you use every day. So you can easily take the cost of that phone and divide it by 365. While other things, you're just kind of guessing how often you might use a product, especially if you don't use the product every single day. So for the 2 years that I've owned this boot, I've easily wore this bad boy over 100 times. But for the sake of making this video just a tad bit easier to digest, I'm going to go ahead and pretend that I only wore this boot 100 times. So if you take the $295 that this boot costs retail and you divide it by the 100 times that I use this boot, then you end up with the cost per use being $2.95, which I would have easily have paid that every time I wore these boots. However, if you take the exact same boot and you change the color, making it a little bit more difficult to wear with your everyday outfit, in my case, only about 4 times. So you could use that same exact cost per use formula we used earlier, taking that $295 at retail price, and you divide it by the 4 times that I wore it. And now I'm left with a cost per use of $73.75. And even though I am happy with both of the purchases that I made 2 years ago, if someone told me that every time I stepped out the door wearing those boots, I was going to get charged $73.75, I would have told them no go. Now, I know they say hindsight is 20/20, but let's be real here, folks. You know you, and you know how many times you're probably going to wear an item before you commit to making that purchase, but we still do it anyway. But hopefully moving forward, next time you're at that checkout line and you're trying to figure out if this is going to be something that's going to be worth it or not, you could use this simple formula to figure out if this purchase is actually going to be worth it or not. So if this video has been informative or helpful, go ahead and hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, because I have more content coming your way. I go by the name Nathan Mitchell. Peace.